Because it's cool.
Hello,
okay.
everyone. We're discussing Australian wildlife.
Let's go. TK included.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I spilled coffee everywhere.
Oh,
Good
man.
timing.
Well
Okay,
done.
let's just in my pants.
It's
That
okay.
hurts. That
Clean it up.
must hurt.
I mean, it wasn't on my keyboard, so I'm happy.
Okay. Well, while TK cleans up coffee, I assume. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Dungeons and Dragons, where I am once again joined by these lovely people. Vi Valkyrie.
Hi.
I'll skip over TK for a second. Ravel.
Hi.
Tommy.
No. Hello. I am here.
No. No.
No, I'm not here. I've gone
Kick
home.
him out.
And of course, TK.
Hello.
Quick, kill him.
Wait, what?
Get him out of here. Just quick, kill him. Kill his character.
Oh,
Drop a rock
no.
on him, something.
I mean, that can be arranged.
No.
Rocks fall and Tommy dies.
Again.
Okay.
You were gonna be
Okay,
killed by
okay.
a wall.
I
One time you're
almost
just
died.
gonna try and climb a wall and it'll fall down on top of you.
Oh no, this is an
Not
impassable
surprising.
wall.
I rolled a 1. Oh no! Rocks fall and Tommy dies.
Nah, I think you will just trip and die.
Roll dexterity. There's a rock under your feet.
I'm glad you have so much confidence in me.
You know we do.
Oh, that
We
reminds
have
me,
absolute confidence in you.
it reminds me of that Flanimal
Screwed up.
again.
Flan does nothing and dies.
Yeah. There's absolutely nothing and die.
Oh no. Oh no.
I survived last
Oh.
combat. I helped. This is the thanks I get.
Hey, there's a first for everything.
Oh no. Poor fucking Tommy, honestly.
He asked for it. He said no instead of saying hello. This is what he
Yeah,
gets.
this is what you get.
Yeah.
This is what I deserve.
Take it. Take it.
Just like a small Tommy will remember this in the top right.
Yeah, just somewhere up that direction.
Top left, actually.
Oh, I don't give a shit, Ravel.
Yeah, have you never played a Telltale game? Like, Jesus, Tommy.
At least say it right.
Oh no.
So, last session, you guys were at the masquerade ball, or the charity ball, with Lady Fia, investigating a number of nobles. You'd already met a few of them the previous session, as this was kind of split into two parts. During last session, you had listened to Colemaker's speech and followed Xander outside to have a little word with him and help him light his cigarette. He seemed generally like he's involved, but he's not really like into the whole thing. It's more of like Bull's the businessman and he's just there for logistics. As you went back in, a very fluffy white cat darted between your legs, and that was the thing that you decided to fixate on for the next like half an hour.
Best
No
spell
regrets.
slot ever.
You guys tried a whole bunch of things thinking this cat's really suspicious, from petting it to attempting to
Oh god.
communicate telepathically with it, and calling over Faith to cast Speak with Animals.
Oh god.
You spoke with the cat, which seemed very aloof and disinterested, eventually getting the information that it's generally just kind of watching people, and that it was hanging around Hexam in particular, before getting kind of annoyed enough that it just left. Not at all helped by Clue trying to grab it. Then,
I can't imagine why it wanted to run away.
Yeah,
No.
who would want to run away from Clue, right?
Exactly.
Speaking of
adorable.
Clue, she then wandered off to go steal stuff, going into a roped off area where she clearly wasn't meant to be. She stole a entire like shoulder up bust of Sir Cole Senior,
Stop.
and yes, put it under her skirt somehow, despite it being larger than her own head, I believe.
Didn't even want it back at that point.
As well as a small burb statue. Immediately got caught and confessed to the crime, seemingly not realizing it's a crime at all. She got marched in handcuffs, paraded in front of people towards the exit before Zulil and Tori stepped in, and Captain Sven recognized you and basically told you to keep her on a shoulder leash. After this odd display had kind of distracted everyone, Sir Cole decided to spring up his own distraction and get the party back in order by starting the entertainment a little early. During this entertainment, Hexam strangely disappeared, whether he went to the bathroom or went to deal with some business or something else, who knows. But with him gone, Faith went to talk with Byron, and that was an excruciating conversation for me.
God. Yeah.
That was-
I think it was excruciating for everyone.
Yeah, that was difficult. As drunk and kind of pervy as he was, that was a tough conversation. As you were wrapping up your conversation with him, suddenly something rather abrupt happened. The entire room was suddenly engulfed in magical darkness. Even those of you with dark vision couldn't see through it. There was a panic, and for a few moments, you heard people shuffling about, people panicking, a couple of gasps or screams, before the light returned, your eyes readjusted, and you saw Fia, her hand held aloft, casting some kind of spell to dispel this darkness, and looking really quite concerned. Glancing around the room, a number of people were gone, from random party guests to more key players. Slepny, Vermilion, Hexam still hadn't returned. Fia, in a bit of a panic, attempted to approach you, and Captain Sven, with the orders of Xander, General Xander, attempted to have the guards let everyone evacuate the premises, only to be stabbed in the side by one of these guards, seemingly under some kind of trance. A fight ensued in which you're unfortunately rather unarmed, for the most part. That affected some of you more than others, and you did eventually manage to wrap it up. Fia managed to dispel this charm on two of them, but you unfortunately had to mortally wound the others. You had healed Captain Sven, so he was no longer bleeding out on the floor. And the crowd was panicking. And that's where we left off.
Yeah.
Indeed.
So, you guys are in this masquerade ball hall. The crowd is panicking. Fia is extremely distressed by the disappearance of Slepny. And you've just finished dealing with the guards. What do you want to do?
I want to look around the room and see if the cat's still here.
No, we're not doing that. We are not doing that.
Give me a
Where?
perception check.
19.
You do not see the cat anywhere. Now, it is a very busy room. There's a lot of people, and a lot of them are kind of huddling together or kind of panicking and shuffling around. But at least from where you are right now, you cannot see the cat.
Cat must have done it.
Cat must have done.
Suspect number 1.
It's just a fucking cat.
Okay. Oh my god, what do we do?
Okay, so probably the smartest thing to do would be either to first of all probably look outside the actual house, because people must have gotten in somehow, and that would probably be the most logical way to get.
Well, they were trying to
People
stop
out.
us from going out, so looking out. It's probably too late, but looking outside to see if there's any clue as to what happened is probably the
Yeah.
best bet.
Yeah, I would have asked Clue and you, Faith, to maybe look at their house some more, but I think Clue has already done that.
Kinda, yeah.
But maybe you can find something else, or we'll take a look later at some point. But they have to have gotten in somehow, right? Or at least gotten the people out somehow.
Well, I suspect, and I could be wildly off the mark here because we don't have enough clues, but I don't think it was so much as someone got in as someone was already in.
Yeah, that definitely could be a possibility.
And I mean, I know
It seems the
reliable
most
witness
likely.
sounds a lot better than the cat told me, but if I had to point fingers right now, I would say we want to investigate Sir Hexen a lot more.
I kind of.
Okay.
I kind
So
of.
I think the first thing at least some of us want to do is go outside and see if there is any indication of, because the guards were trying to stop us from getting out,
Yeah.
which means they must have left through conventional means. Because there had to have been something outside to see in order for them to want to stop people from going out in the first place.
Okay.
Or
So-
they just wanted to keep people in to
To buy
Take
them
as many
time
as
to get
possible.
away.
Oh, that too, yeah.
Or just cause confusion.
Well, I'm confused, so it worked.
Do that. What do you want to do then? I think it
Well, why
might
don't-
be best if I go outside and look for clues. But what do
Yeah,
you guys want to do?
Well, I may as well go with you, because it might be better
Or just-
to have 2 in case we run into someone or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll talk.
Like a
I'm
wall?
gonna go to Lady Fiat.
Who's taking Clue?
I want to
I
talk
think
to the
Faith-
guards.
I think Faith should stick with Clue.
Come on.
She's
want-
better at looking after her.
I mean,
I
okay. Where does Clue want to go?
I want to talk to the guard.
Okay.
Okay, first things first. Was it Tori and Zulil you're both going outside, or was it just Zulil?
Both.
We're both going.
Both.
Okay, pushing through this crowd and past the guards that you either dispelled or killed or badly wounded, you push through these front doors out into the street. There is nobody right there first thing when you come out. It does seem like if they left through the front door, they've had enough time to get away from the premises. However, you can try to investigate further if you would like to.
Is there any other guards outside, like by a gate, or...
It seems that the 2 guards who were originally outside, who checked you for weapons and whatnot when you first came in, seem to have come inside during that whole commotion and been among the guards you were fighting.
Okay. Alright,
Is
well, I guess
there-
we...
Is there any indication on like where they were standing when they were searching people? That anything happened to them?
What exactly are you looking for?
I was gonna say like some magical residue, I'm gonna call it,
Okay.
but I'm not sure Zalil
Well,
could pick
that
up on
would
that.
be an an arcana check.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out whether you're
I
trying
will
to
do that.
investigation or arcana.
I have +3 on Arcana, so it really doesn't matter to me.
Okay, I'll do an Arcana check.
Okay.
Oh god. I got 8, so
if you would like
12.
to help, you can give Tori advantage, so...
I'll help.
So roll again,
So one-
take the higher.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Or Tommy? Okay. The next one was 2, so we'll go with 8 plus 4 is 12.
Sorry, what was
I'm
that?
on a roll.
8
Uh-huh.
total?
12 total.
12 total. You do not seem to find any kind of magical residue or whatnot. There's a vaguely sort of sweet scent in the air. It's almost like between like a sugary, a citrusy, and like a flowery scent, sort of all combined, but it's very subtle.
Okay. Alright, well, shall we walk around the edges of the sides of the building?
I'm not sure whether or not they would have taken the sides. I think it would have made more sense for them to leave through the front door, if they already had, the guards under their spell. Because at that point, it doesn't matter. They look more normal. If they were sneaking around the house, it would look a lot more suspicious from the outside than just going out the front door.
Well, if anyone saw them, like, what if they were around the side or around the back where there was no guards?
For reference, it's getting a little bit late. Like, there's still like that slight orange hue to the horizon line, but it's getting to that point where most of the sky is pretty dark now. So there's not a lot of people out, but there's still like 1 or 2 like passers-by.
I mean, we can still take a look around the side of the house. It makes sense. Better cover all of it than just half of
Yeah,
it.
better to be safe.
Yeah.
You might find someone. You never know. There might be guards at the back we could talk to. You never know.
Or that we want to stab us, but,
Yeah, we'll be right.
you win some, you lose some.
Exactly.
Okay,
So we're gonna walk around the house.
You're gonna go look around the sides and stuff. Okay, give me an investigation check.
Okay. Come on.
I have a 17.
Oh, I got 17 too. Plus 2 is 19.
I just got 17.
Okay, well, with a 17 and a 19, that's some good rolls. So you go looking around. As this is kind of on the hill, there's like the street out front, but then a lot of like the surrounding area of it is more like grassy hillside, particularly like around the back. So it's not so much like streets at this part of the city, as like these winding roads that go up and then field between them. You don't see any sign of like footprints in the mud or anything like that. Likewise, you think to check a few of the windows. If you're looking around trying to see if anyone came in or out here, you check some of the windows, see if they're locked. They do seem to be. There's no sign of any like breaking and entering. It does not seem like anything has been forced open.
Okay. There's no people around?
Not in like the sides and the back. There is like a couple of passers-by out front on like the street.
Like on the street, yeah.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk to them and see if they saw anyone? Or do you reckon it's okay?
I think it's better to do. Like, we're already here, might as well cover all the bases.
Alright, let's go up and talk to someone who's near the entry.
Alright, you see this lad, he's got like a flat cap and a waistcoat and stuff. He seems to be just slowly walking downwards towards like the lower part of the city. What do you say to him?
Excuse me, sir.
Oh, how can I help you?
Bit of an odd question, but have you seen anyone else around here as you were walking by?
Anyone else? I mean, Not in particular, like someone specific or.
Anyone suspicious looking, I guess?
Suspicious. I mean, I've only just come down here. I was just up there, not a couple of minutes ago. I mean, I don't know if it's what you're looking for, but I heard like a carriage screeching past as I was coming down.
A carriage. Did you see anyone get out of the carriage?
No, I wasn't there to see it. I just heard it. I heard the horses and the clacking and screeching down the street. Thought someone's being reckless.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like it.
Would you happen to know in what direction they went?
I mean, it didn't come up. I was coming from up there, so only way it goes down.
Okay, interesting. Did you happen to see who was driving this carriage?
No, like I said, I just came from up there. I didn't see it. I just heard it.
Okay. Anything? Oh, okay. Thank you. I appreciate your help.
All right, you have a nice night now. Hope you find whoever you're looking for.
Thank you so much. You have a good night too.
He just starts going about his business, walking further down.
Okay, well, it's looking pretty. Considering we had good rolls and looked around, didn't find anything, and that there was a sweet smell at the door, and apparently a carriage raced past here. Pretty good bet they just came through the front door, right? Zulu.
We should definitely look at the front door, yeah.
Okay, well, let's head back. What do you want to look at the front door?
The front front door is kind of like path, right? Like, it's not...
Yeah, you're not
Mud.
walking over dirt. There's like a cobbled path leading up to it and going to the street.
Can we, like, just investigate along the path?
For
If anyone left, like,
footprints
candy
or-
wrappers.
Candy wrappers?
Yeah. Well, you get the idea. Like, if someone, like, dropped something or...
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like a bit of,
give me an
like a
investigation
string.
check again.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's... I got a 10.
Oh, I got a 9. Plus 2 is 11.
Okay, it's hard to tell since this is like a cobbled path. It doesn't really hold footprints the way that like mud would, so you can't really get like a trail to follow or anything like that. There's no sweet wrappers, and it doesn't seem like they've dropped any of their personal belongings on the way out. And given the amount of people who are coming in and out, any signs that you can see of maybe like a footprint or something, you can't tell if it's someone making a getaway or just normal, like people just going to the spot.
Okay. Alright.
Can we look around the front gate as well? Like, if it's, like, broken or anything? Like...
There isn't so much a gate as just that path leading from the road to the front door.
I mean,
Okay.
Can
Okay.
I make a suggestion?
Sure.
Please.
Whose carriage is missing? We could
Well-
check. I say we could check. You could check and see if. I mean, I assume someone looks after the said carriages. If anyone's already, like, if anyone's carriage is already missing.
I mean, we'd probably have to find, because not everyone would have a carriage that was there.
No.
Like, some of them. So we'd have to check with someone who knew which carriages are whose.
As I say, I assume there's someone that takes care of them.
Well,
So
they'd
it
have to
might
be
be worth-
inside somewhere. Right?
Well,
I
I
think-
assume they'd be over.
Because we looked around and there wasn't
There-
anyone outside.
I will say there is like there would be like a parked carriage or two, just along the roadside. There isn't like a garage for carriages or anything like that. There is more of like a field area, as I said. Like as you go around the sides, it's more of like a field rather than the street. So there is like a place you can park a couple carriages around there. I'll say, since you had a look around there, you probably would have seen, like, a couple of carriages, as well as there being a couple just parked by the roadside.
Is anyone like tending to the horse? Would be somewhere, right? Because
Yeah.
like in
Shit,
a
I'm having to,
stable
like,
kind of thing.
almost retcon now because I didn't consider like the parked carriages and where they would be. So like I imagine there would be like each person who has a carriage would likely have a carriage driver rather than there being like a specific person there. And some people would likely, get dropped off and then the carriage would come back for them later. But there may be like a couple of people where they'd have their carriage driver just watch the carriage and make sure the horses don't get startled or anything.
Okay, so we can't really look at or talk to someone who took care of either the horses or the carriages.
You could talk to like an individual like carriage driver, I would say. But there isn't like the guys who park your car. What's it, a valet?
Valet.
Yeah, there isn't like a valet.
Okay.
Okay, well, can we talk to some carriage drivers then?
Sure. Yeah, there'd have been like a couple carriages parked by the road, and then there'd be some more on like the sort of grassy section.
Yeah, let's
Go to
go to the road because that seems to be where the carriage screeched past recently.
Okay. So there's one of them that's So there's one like parked up, and then there's another one parked up a bit behind that. And currently one of the carriage drivers is sat on the further back one. And what may have been the carriage driver for the front one seems to be just sat enjoying a cigarette with him next to his carriage.
Perfect. Hello there.
Here's the part where I have to like put on a fucking accent or something. It's like a very fancy British accent.
Oh god.
The
You
posh
know
one.
better.
Hello,
Yes.
sir. How can I help you? Madam? Sir, madam?
Both?
Did you happen to see anyone go in recently to the mansion, whatever it is?
Give a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Okay.
These are people like.
Oh, I
hired
got a
by
20!
the- Nat 20?
Yeah.
Okay. Say, I haven't really seen anyone go in, in, I would say the last, at least hour or so. Hour and a half even, potentially, as he, like, checks his, pocket watch. No, I'd say the party's in full swing, I'm afraid.
Did you see a carriage go past here recently?
Yes, I assume one of the guests decided to leave early. They raced off rather quickly. Probably weren't feeling well, like we assumed.
Did you see the person who got in the carriage?
Look, we were enjoying a little smoke break, and they rather quickly hurried into their carriage. It wasn't massively our business.
Is there any detail about them you could remember?
Say, Charles, do you recall
col-
anything about them?
The color of the clothes they were wearing? Anything?
Recognize the carriage?
I mean, the
Oh, yeah, all
the
the-
carriage was just parked there, just over there, and he points to like sort of the empty spot in front of the other carriage that's currently unattended. Yeah, he was parked over there, I think. They kind of came rushing out the door. I think there was like 2 of them, 3 of them, and then a few more came out not a moment after. Some of them just started
And-
dispersing.
Wait, so some got in the carriage and some didn't? Or they all went in the carriage?
I mean, I assume some guests just had enough of the party. We thought maybe people were leaving early.
Did they look distressed?
Not particularly, no. They just kind of waltzed out in party dress.
So they were dressed up.
I mean, as many people here are, including yourselves.
What was Fia? Not Fia. The other one. The one that Vi was flirting
Vermilion?
with. Vermilion. Yeah. What was she dressed in?
She was dressed in like a red or like dark sort of burgundy with black accents, like tailcoat, these tight black leather pants, corset underneath, her tailcoat. Very kind of like goth Victorian vibes.
Did anyone in a like scarlet dress come out?
A scarlet dress? I mean, there was plenty. There was, I'd say, just under a dozen left.
And it didn't look like anyone was leaving against their will, right?
Look, we weren't really paying incredibly close attention, I'm afraid. We were kind of over there enjoying our smoke break, and then we saw people coming out. We thought maybe our own folks wanted to leave early as well, so we got ready at the carriage. And then then you came out.
Okay. And what direction did the carriage head off in?
Just straight down the hill, down that way. There's not a lot of ways to go.
Okay, and anything anything you remember about the carriage?
Not in particular.
Like the
It
color?
was rather standard black carriage. Had a black horse pulling it, I think.
Okay. Okay. Alright. Whoever you're taking home tonight, I imagine will be coming out soon.
I see. Charles, you better get ready. And he's like, yep.
Hey.
Snuffs out his cigarette and heads towards his carriage.
Thank you guys for your help, I appreciate it.
If that'll be all.
Alright. Okay. I guess we head back in now. Do you want to talk to the ones at the side? They probably didn't say anything, but I guess it can't hurt.
I would talk to them, to the ones on the side, but I think it's going to be much of the same thing, if I'm being honest. If these ones were the guys right in front of or right behind the carriage that was driven off, how much more reliable are the chaps going to be that are, like, what, 20 meters away from us?
Yeah, and it sounds like, I mean, they left very casually, so it wouldn't have roused anyone's suspicions by the look of it.
But it wasn't just one or two people. It was like an entire group.
Yeah, but the fact that they, like, basically didn't even pay them attention, like, that's odd. Especially if they took hostages with them.
Well, what if they weren't hostages per se, but they were more, shall we say, mind bend?
Yeah, well, could be. That's what I mean. I don't think anyone would have noticed it, like, paid much attention to them because it was just like they were leaving the party.
Yeah, or it was just instead of like, although that's a lot less likely. Instead of like what we're currently thinking of one or two perpetrators and a lot of victims, it was more like, I'm gonna call it half and half, or like,
yeah, probably.
Yeah, that. Essentially, what I'm saying is there might be a lot more people involved in this than we're currently thinking of.
Yeah. Well, I think we
and-
should go in and update Faith and Clue, and
if they're done already,
and
yeah.
see what they've found as well. Yeah.
Okay. Meanwhile, while this was happening, so Clue, you wanted to talk to a guard, right?
Yes.
Okay. What do you want to say to a guard?
Well, first of all, hello.
So, I'll say, after you've kind of given a lot of them a bit of a beat down, there's 2 remaining still okay. Maybe a little bit injured, but still very much alive. There's some others that are doing much worse, some dead, some badly wounded. And General Xander and Captain Sven have kind of gone over to attempt to help them. They don't really have any medical expertise, but they're, just attempting to help in any way they can. Sven himself, having been stabbed in the side, then healed somewhat, but not fully, is also kind of clutching his side a little. And they're kind of just gathered around each other, trying to avoid the crowd. So, you approach one and say, hello!
Yes.
And one of the guards turns to you and is like, oh, sorry, you're one of the people who helped us snap out of it, I guess you could say, right?
Kinda, yes. Yes.
I'm real sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. It's all foggy.
Good no.
Uh,
Nothing.
I mean, look, one minute we were standing guard. Next, it was all foggy. My head still fucking hurts, and something about everyone in here being a criminal or something.
Yes, you called criminals. You called me criminal. Yes.
Yeah, it was like something overtook my judgment, and like everyone was just a criminal. Like I couldn't even see faces. It was just threats everywhere.
Like scary.
I mean, yeah, kinda. I mean, I don't really remember that much of it, but thinking back, it's I don't know, you just see a room with 100 people and they all look like your enemy.
What about before?
Before that,
Before.
I was just kind of standing there doing my job. I don't know what brought it on. I haven't had anything to drink. Dunno.
Nothing at all. Nothing.
And he sort of looks inwards with a sort of scrunched up face, like he's trying to think really hard. And it's just like, no, like I say, I was just stood there keeping watch.
You didn't see anything?
No, I'm sorry.
No smell either?
Smell?
You see, you smell, you taste.
There was... I don't know if it's even real. Hazy? I think I smelled something sweet, but that could have just been the wine. I was near the bar.
Ah, sweet like wine. Okay.
Yes, I don't know.
Shiny person.
What?
I'm calling my shiny person.
I mean, while this is going on, Faith's gonna see what she can do to help the guards that are wounded.
Okay.
Like, she has one cure light wound spell ready to go for whoever's the worst.
I'll say... How many guards was there? There was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's about 6 guards. 2 got dispelled. So there'd probably be couple casualties, and then of the other two, one you're speaking to who's quite injured, and then there'll be the other one who is currently laid down, kind of being bandaged up by General Xander. Moment.
Okay, so the one that's being bandaged up just heals 10 hit points.
Okay.
And then, as she hears Clue attempting to call her over, she'll look up and then move towards Clue, but try and get Lady Fear's attention at the same time.
Alright, so you head over to this guy laying on the floor. Xander is trying to bandage him up while Sven's kind of took a bit of a seat clutching his side. You kneel down and put your hands on him, and a warm, slightly sort of pinkish, yellowish glow emanates from your hands as the blood starts to sort of dry up and recede a little bit, and his wounds are cured. And then you head on over. Fia is... I mean, she's currently kind of scanning everywhere in the room and every face. She already did, but she's doing it again. But she does see you sort of gesture to her and quite hurriedly, well, hurries over to you. Slapney, he's gone.
Do you have any way of tracking him? You knew he was in danger. Did you have any...
shit. I should have seen this coming. I should have stopped this. Shit.
There's no point blaming yourself now. What's happened has happened. The important thing now is what we do about it. I think if all else fails, we should direct our attention to investigating Sir Hexen.
The Hexen? Why
Hexen disappeared moments before the attack began. I was stuck talking to Lord Byron because Lord Byron had been abandoned by Hexen. He was nowhere to be seen. But he's been peripherally around everyone else that's been involved. I think if there is a common link here, we should look there.
Fine, but we need to find Slepney.
Absolutely, but if he's been taken by the others, then that could be our best chance of finding him. Assuming my friends don't find anything else.
She sort of looks down and thinks it over for a second before taking a breath and attempting to recompose herself. Still seeming a little shaken by events and still quite frustrated at not stopping this herself. Okay, you're right. You're right.
Okay, let's see what you can do to help the wounded guards, and I'll see what Clue is after.
I don't particularly have any healing abilities like yourself, but I guess I can attempt to help.
Thank you.
She heads over to speak with Xander and Sven and do whatever she can there.
Okay, and then I'll go over to Clue.
Okay.
Shiny person.
Yes.
This less shiny person says that he smell wine.
I mean,
Something.
Look, I
we
didn't
are at
drink
a party.
anything. I didn't have
So-
nothing to drink. Promise.
I assumed you were diligent enough not to drink on duty. But,
No, of course I didn't.
I mean, we are at a party. It could be
No, we're not
useful
allowed to
information,
drink
but it
on
could
the
just
job.
be. While I'm talking to him, can I do like a first aid or whatever it is to see what I can do to try and
Yeah, give me a
patch him
medicine
up a little
check.
bit? Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. 14.
13. You find some cloth and help sort of bandage his wounds. They're not as severe as the other guys, but he's still not doing very well. He's not like on the verge of dying or anything, but he's certainly hurting.
I'm sorry I can't do more, but unfortunately I used most of my abilities stopping you from hurting anyone else.
It's alright. As long as no one else got hurt.
You did your duty, that's all we can ask.
No, I failed my duty.
You were controlled by an outside source. That is not on you. That's on them.
He gives a bit of a scowl.
Also, he saw people as criminals. All of them. Yes,
Screaming?
criminals, not criminals. All
Yeah,
of them.
it was like everything was a blur, and I couldn't like make out anyone individually. It was just like everyone was a criminal, everyone was a threat.
Your mind had been clouded?
Yeah, cloudy's a good word for it.
I suspect whoever was behind this was trying to mask their escape. I'm sure we'll find more when my friends return, but the only reason I can imagine for them trying to stop us from getting outside was because they were having to flee through conventional means.
I can tell you, I don't remember much from when it was happening.
You should get some rest. You took a bad beating. You've done what you can.
Right. He just kind of sits there.
Oh, I know. I'll just give him my potion. Wait,
Sure.
do I have the potion? I do have the potion, right? I do have the potion.
Healing potion?
Yes.
Yes, you have 1 potion of healing.
Okay, I'll give him the potion.
Okay. It's quite expensive, but sure. That's 2d4
How-
plus 2 hit points to him, okay.
Have. Well, I was thinking more like handing him the potion.
That's fine, he'll
Just
drink
force
it,
his
just
mouth
heal.
open and pull that fucker down it.
No, like,
Drink!
Okay, well,
you
he got 9
Mm.
hit points back from drinking it. So he takes it from you and gives it a look and a little bit of a sniff before drinking it. It's like, that feels better, thanks.
And Faith will pat
Could have
Clue on the head and give her a little ruffle.
could have used that in your other friend. There's way worse than you.
Uh,
She's like, here, have this to heal yourself. You used it on yourself, you selfish bastard. How could you?
That is not.
Oh no!
Not very nice.
I thought you were giving this to me. I didn't realize.
It's fine, it's fine. Your friends are being taken care of. Everything that can be done for them is being done for them. Don't worry about it. You
Okay.
can't carry the burden of guilt for what happened tonight.
Yes, you did good. Yes.
Look, I didn't hurt anyone, did I?
No one that couldn't take it.
What did he? Actually, did he? Like, is it the one that stabbed someone or whatever?
He's not the one who
It-
stabbed
okay.
Sven, and none of the civilians got hurt.
What about us though?
That's why I said no one that couldn't take it.
I don't care if they can take it or not.
Chloe's just like, yeah, you did. See this bruise? That's you.
I'm sorry.
No heart. Everyone's fine.
That's good. I'd have killed someone.
Thankfully
He
not.
just looks
As-
quite distressed about that.
As horrible as tonight's events have been, at least some of the gods were watching over us.
At least now shiny people are friend. No more handcuff.
Over handcuff. This isn't even one of the ones that handcuffed you. This is one of the ones near the bar.
They all look the same to me, I'm sorry. They all look the same.
Okay.
You shine.
Oh, that's Guardist.
Guards.
Guardist. All the guards look the same.
They're
Oh,
fair, they
no.
are all wearing the same armor.
Yeah, right. They're the less shiny people.
I mean,
Actually,
I
they're
assume
probably
still
more
pretty
shiny. They're like fully
Yeah.
donned in like plate silver armor.
Like they're gonna be like in full-on ceremonial, highly
Yeah.
polished garb.
They're very shiny.
Yeah, but Vi is Faith is.
I mean, Faith is not. I
shiny.
mean, she's gonna be pretty, but she's not really shiny at the moment.
Well, you normally are.
Okay, I think we should leave the guard alone, Glue. He suffered enough in the night.
Okay. What? Who's a person you were talking to?
Before this happened, I was talking to Lord Byron, trying to find where Sir Hexen was. He wanted to talk to us earlier. And he disappeared, but he disappeared before the attack. So I suspect he either knew the attack was coming and is involved somehow, or the circumstances were very fortuitous for him, shall we say.
Mhm. Mhm.
Especially after our fuzzy friend said that he was an interesting person to watch.
True. Maybe cat knows more.
I mean, the cat knows as much as the cat knows. I don't think the cat will know much beyond he's involved. Like, he's an interesting person to watch, but I don't think we're going to hear any more from the cat, and I certainly can't speak to it again tonight. I've exhausted my magic.
Okay.
About this time, Brian Zulil, you return inside the venue.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go up to Clue and tell her everything that happened.
Quickly.
Are you telling me? Yeah, you're
I'm
Oh,
sure
I
Clue
mean,
will be very
Faith.
fascinated.
That's really amazing. Actually, didn't expect that. That's
Wow.
wonderful.
Who's the smart one in the group now?
Just
Yeah,
ignores
yeah.
Faith and just kneels down. It's like, okay, cool. Let me tell you
Wait,
everything
what's
what
the
happened.
story? God damn it. Anyway, I met Faith and Clue, of course.
I like the
It's
idea
early
that you
for me,
just
guys.
like.
Come on.
It's like I like the idea that Faith is like stood there and sees you coming and turns to face you, and then you just like immediately push past her, like just push her out the way to
Just
get
like,
to
Clue.
Clue.
You've really got to listen to this. It's really important. So
Who's
there was
gonna?
a carriage,
Who's
right?
gonna? God damn it. God damn it. Anyway.
Anyway, yeah, so you come in and relay this story to them.
Yeah. So it looks like they basically just went out the front door and took off in a black carriage with a black horse. That's all we know. And there was a
Oh.
sweet smell out the front.
There's a sweet smell?
Mm.
Okay, because one of the guards was talking about a similar smell as well. Before they picked it up before they had their mind clouded.
Okay, maybe we should ask Lady Fia if she knows anything about magic that smells sweet.
A mind control spell that is precipitated by a sweet smell.
Yeah.
It's certainly
Does-
worth checking.
Does anyone remember what the cat smelled like?
Oh my god.
Why
Did
why
anyone
are you
sniff
all so
the cat?
suspicious of the cat?
I technically did sniff the cat.
Yeah, okay, Clue, what did the cat smell like?
I didn't know, Sherry,
It
what did the
smelled
cat
like a
cat.
cat.
Well, I tried.
Like more
I'm putting
or
this
less.
on the cat. I swear to God, it's the cat.
Okay,
I will
so
fake
well,
evidence.
even if we wanted to talk to the cat, I've exhausted what remained of my magic trying to heal the guards. I'd need to rest before we would be able to talk to the cat again. And honestly, I don't think that we're gonna learn anything more from the cat.
I can get my badger
think-
to talk to it.
If we piece together what we know at the moment, obviously we know that they presumably they set the guards to stop us from going outside because they were fleeing in the carriage. They couldn't flee through magical means.
Yes.
We have no real idea of whose carriage it is. I'm assuming there's nothing as wonderful as listed parking for carriages. That would be far too my suspicion is presumably it's like obviously on Lady Vermilion, but also Sir Hexen. Sleipnir was involved as a source for Lady Fear. So Sleipnir was presumably the target. What we don't know if Sir Hexen or Lady Vermilion were also a target or if they were involved. I suspect, based on what we found so far, that Sir Hexen is involved. He was peripherally around everybody that we've spoken to this evening that we knew we were supposed to be keeping an eye on. When we were able to talk to the cat had obviously nominated Sir Hexen as someone involved in a lot of interesting conversations.
Yeah.
But also,
See, the cat was
more damningly, while I was stuck talking to Lord Byron, I was trying to find Sir Hexen, and Sir Hexen disappeared before the attack.
Yeah.
So Sir Hexen was either aware the attack was coming, or is extremely fortuitous.
Yeah.
That does seem, as the kids would say, kinda sus.
I suspect failing any other clue, we should focus our investigation on Sir Hexen.
Yep.
That sounds fair, yeah.
Okay, then let's try and find Lady Fear and see if she can help us identify something more about this spell, and if that helps narrow down who our suspicions could be.
She's currently, after you told her to, helping out Xander and Sven with the other guard. And the other two guards who are dispelled, not nearly killed, or actually killed, are kind of taking a quick respite nearby. And she seems to be kind of discussing with Sven and Xander while she helps out.
I'm just before we do that, I'm just gonna send my badger on a mission.
Okay.
I just googled badger's sense of smell. It's very good, okay? Just so you know. Badger, I want you to go around and see if you can smell that sweet smell we smelt at the front door.
Smell that smell that melt.
A smelly
And then
smell.
come
It
back to me.
smells smelly.
I am concerned, Tori.
What?
If the badger can smell the smell, we can't talk to the badger.
That's okay. I can ask it questions and it can.
We gotta track a
We can-
badger.
Yeah, we're gonna track a badger. So badger, go and track that smell and come back to me if you find anything.
This badger kind of hisses and hops off your shoulder and begins just like sniffling around all over the floor.
And
sniffing
just
at some
before
of the
you go,
guests.
badger,
Oh,
don't fight the cat or hurt anyone while
just
you're
like,
on your adventure.
and carries on
badger.
sniffing. It sniffs at some of the guests and some of them gasp and kind of like lean away from it and stuff and just sniffing around.
Don't worry, he's with me. Don't worry. Okay.
You hear someone go,
Lady Fair.
"Oh goodness!"
Another one?
This is why we can't have nice things, Tori.
Hey, leave my badger alone. He might help us.
He may well help us, but look at how terrified the high society.
No, but they need better taste. The badge is adorable.
I still wonder what happened to the other badger. The big
The
boy.
time badger?
The big boy.
The ones that
The
have like
giant.
guards chasing after it and getting mauled.
Oh yeah, that badger's fooked.
We don't know about that. What badger? What are you talking about? We never knew that badger.
You know, what would be kind of, I don't want to say funny, but definitely ironic is if the reason why there are so quote unquote few guards here is because they got all injured by the big badger.
No, it was the badger all along. That's the whole reason.
The fight was actually supposed to be a lot harder, but the badger took out half of them.
Maybe they were just smelling the badger. The badger's
Somehow I
just gonna
don't
go
think
run
the
in
badger
circles.
smells sweet.
No, I think Lord Hexton is just a badger in disguise.
Oh no. Okay.
I could have got away with this
And
if it
this
wasn't
is
for
why
this
we get
meddling
derailed.
and their dumb gobble.
Oh no. Okay.
Okay.
Let's
Lady
try
Fear.
it. Lady Fear, yeah.
Okay.
Um,
So,
so
as
I shall look
Sorry.
sort of like poignantly at the other two. And then say to Lady Fear, do you know of any mind control spells that leave or are preempted by a sweet smell?
Sweet smell. I was just discussing with Xander and Sven here about how this all might have happened. The darkness wasn't natural, I had to dispel that. And I also had to dispel whatever control, whatever influence was over the gods. Something like this. Well, it affected at least 6 people, possibly more. And it wasn't too strong to dispel. Well,
Lady Fair, I should also mention, we spoke to carriage drivers out the front who saw about a dozen people leave, and none of them looked distressed. They just all kind of walked out and left.
Yeah, so
They may have been under some kind of spell as well.
how many are we talking about?
The carriage, they said about a dozen people left, but we don't know anything further.
Dozen. She thinks for a minute. Given the strength of this enchantment and how it affected a number of people, and this sweet smell, my bet would be on mass suggestion. But I believe
What
that can
is
only
that?
affect up to 12 people, which means that if there was a dozen people leaving, and the guards in here, not everyone was enchanted.
Well, some of them had to be those behind it.
Yeah.
Just how
I'm
many,
assuming
though?
this is not the sort of spell you can cast from extreme range.
No. I assume they had someone cast Darkness and somebody else cast Mass Suggestion at the same time.
okay, so but if you can only do that to a dozen people, but there were more than a dozen people leaving, while still a dozen is 12, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so half a dozen were sticking around here fighting us. So there'd have to be at least 3 people, right? If it's one casting the darkness, one casting mass suggestion on 12 people, and the other one casting mass suggestion on all the guards, because I'm gonna assume that you can't make multiple people or give multiple people a different suggestion.
No. It's very much you give the suggestion out to everyone. It would have
Yeah.
to be reasonable, but given the guards are used to fighting, and given they were ranting about criminals, I assume they were given some sort of order like, everyone in here is a criminal, take care of them, or stop them leaving, or something along those lines. It's possible that whoever cast this, maybe there was 2 people casting the spell, or maybe there was just one and everyone who went outside was not under the influence?
Could be, but if so, then they went willingly. From what we
Well-
could tell.
I assume all 12 did not fit in the carriage.
No, they said that they just dispersed. But they weren't really paying attention, so it's hard to say.
A few did go into the carriage, though. We don't know how many.
Yeah, we don't know exactly what happened.
But the majority
But
of the
we
people...
also sorry.
Yep.
We
The-
also Okay, you go first.
Okay, yeah. The majority of people just dispelled, so I'm gonna assume that 3, maybe 4 people went into the carriage. Round about that number. Take that with a grain of salt.
Yeah, it's worth assuming that. We also spoke to someone like who was just walking by who said they heard the carriage racing past, coming down the hill. So, that's another person involved who obviously knew to get there very quickly and take off very quickly.
I suppose that one would be the driver of the carriage.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Lady Fear, is there certain sorcerers who use this kind of spell, or is it kind of anyone could use it? Anyone you think, anyone you know of who knows that music?
This is a rather
Yeah.
high-level enchantment spell. Not the highest of levels, but still would take a rather powerful sorcerer. It's generally used by more charming types, charismatic. Bards,
Okay.
sorcerers, warlocks, sometimes wizards.
Do you know of anyone who uses that kind of magic in this town?
Personally, no. The only person with a level of magic that's strong is, I would say, Vermilion, but this isn't her kind of magic.
Okay.
Yet Vermilion is also gone.
Precisely.
So, how does it work exactly? Is it like, can you break free from that? Can you not be influenced by it? Can you break the spell on your own?
Essentially, the spell is cast on a number of people at once, given the same instruction. Those people can attempt to mentally resist this spell, depending on their innate willpower. It's not so much always an active fighting as just how strong is their will naturally. And with a powerful enough sorcerer, it can be incredibly difficult to resist this kind of spell. It can last up to a day, maybe more, depending on how powerful the sorcerer is.
So you said that. You said
Yeah,
that.
go.
You said that. So when they cast a spell, whoever they cast it to, all gets the same sort of command.
That's right, and the command must seem reasonable to them. Given guards are
Okay.
used to dealing with people they may have to encounter in combat, unlawful types, they may find fighting to be more reasonable, whereas a civilian may find that putting their life on the line is not such a reasonable suggestion.
Well, that means a command was put on the guards, which was to fight, and then whoever was taken, because we're assuming they were taken, because what's the point of going to a ball to just leave in the dark for no reason? And they were obviously told something along the lines of leave like it is normal, act normal, I don't know, something. So we would assume there's 2 people with the same spell, same ability.
If the
Does
people
that make sense?
being scouted outside, or the people leaving, were given a certain command to leave the premises calmly, and the guards were given another command to stop people from leaving, then it's possible.
Okay.
Can you have like two of those spells active at the same time? Like two mass suggestions?
You would have to cast them separately, but I believe it's possible to cast both simultaneously.
Okay. Do we know exactly who is missing yet?
I've been looking around the room. There's obviously no sign of Slepny, Vermilion, Hexam, as you've mentioned. Number of other partygoers who I didn't pay much mind to, but the crowd's definitely gotten thinner.
So definitely three worthy of note.
Definitely.
For our course, at least.
Yes.
Do you think we should try and work out how many exactly so we can try and work out?
I think that's a false start. It's entirely possible that like if it was gonna be me behind this, the first thing I would do is obviously make the suggestion on the guard, and then I just pick X number of random bystanders and say follow me out.
I just need to get an idea. Oh, excuse me. Of like, because about a dozen people left. If we know how many people are missing, we could work out how many people might have been involved.
I don't think
suspect-
there's a catalogue of everyone who's attended. There isn't exactly a ledger we signed on the way in.
Wasn't there a list?
There was a list of the more high-profile guests, but some people, like myself, brought +1s. You, like most others, were given invitations.
We have no idea if any servants are missing. And that's not something that would be likely to be recorded.
I assume Sir Cole would likely know about the serving staff here. Or have some sort of record of who's supposed to be working here.
I mean, whoever was with the people who went missing would know. I mean, it would take a long time, and I understand it might be tedious, but I just thought maybe it might help. But we may have more important things to do instead. Hello?
I think we can let Sven and the guards figure that one out. I don't think we need to necessarily break our heads on that just now. It's not like it's the most important thing in the world. Currently, the most important thing we should look at is where the carriage has gone, specifically, or where the guests have gone that weren't in the carriage. What has happened to them? We should probably figure that out before we need to know how many people there are.
Well, that's what I mean. If more than 12 people have gone missing, then that means we have other things we need to find. Because it sounds like if it's noticeable that the crowd is thinned out and it was a large crowd, it sounds like that's more than a dozen people.
To be fair, you've seen Fia scan the crowd more than once now, looking at almost every person in the room.
Yeah.
She seems to have a good track on this sort of thing, and might notice if less people are missing.
Well, okay, Lady Fia, how many people do you think are missing?
Most likely, I'd say around a dozen.
That was useful.
I think the number of people missing is effectively irrelevant because
the
important thing is the carriage, but trying to trace a nondescript carriage through town is going to be trying to find a needle in a haystack.
Indeed.
What
I think
you can talk to the people that are missing?
Oh, true. True. Clue is smart. Clue is doing the smart thing. We could use the paper that we got and send a message to, for example, Slepny, who is most definitely on our side and would therefore be able to answer that, wouldn't he? And if the suggestion was, hypothetically, leave and wait at a certain place for us, that wouldn't impact his ability to tell us where he is.
Wait, how are we doing this?
The paper that we
The
got from
sending
Lady
paper.
Fia. Yeah, the
I
sending
thought
paper.
that only goes to Lady Fia, does it
No,
not?
you can use it for anyone.
Oh, okay, sweet. Well, there you go.
And if we use it on Slapney, tell him what the fuck's up, and then he tells us where he is, if he's still alive, hopefully.
I think
Um,
I severely doubt if he's been kidnapped, he'll be able to tell us where he is, but he may be able to provide us some clues.
yes, but the what I'm suggesting is that the command that they were given, because obviously they didn't all get into the carriage. That's way too many people. That they were told to go outside and wait at a certain spot where they then could be picked up. So we could at least get to know where Slepny was at the time of the disappearance, or at the time he was quote-unquote actually kidnapped, aka put in a different carriage and shipped off to somewhere else. Like, that would give us an idea of what we have to deal with. Where we have to go.
How many times have we used the paper today? Was it just once?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we've got 2 left. Well, that's... I mean, we could start by just saying, where are you? Or,
It's
can you
probably
give us any information?
it's probably better to also tell you who we are, like Lady Fia, for example. Use Lady Fia's name or something only Lady
The
Fia.
person receiving the sending hears it spoken in their head, in your voice. The voice of whoever writes on the paper.
So
So
Lady
and
Fia
Fia
should
just
probably
like
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So you want Lady Fia to send a message to Slepny using the paper.
Yep.
Yes.
She takes the paper from you and a quill and begins writing. Slepny, where are you? I fear the worst. If you're hearing this, give me any information you can. You wait. And you keep waiting. And there's no response.
Well, that
That's
was
not
worth a
good.
try.
She hands the paper back to you, frustrated. Just storms off a little bit.
Good effort, Clue.
Is there anyone else you think we should try? We have one more
I mean,
chance.
we
I
could
mean-
try Lady Vermilion, but
I think you should write to her first.
If Lady Vermilion is involved in this, it's probably a good idea to leave it out. Same with Lord Hexam. If anyone, I would suggest someone random from the crowd. Someone who...
has no idea who we are.
You,
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
believe, have to at least vaguely know the person, though.
Mm.
To use the.
Well,
sending.
shit.
Also, I guess they would have the same response as Slepny.
Not necessarily. He could be dead, the
But-
others could not.
Yeah. Slepny could have been, Slepny did say that he was followed. So he might have been...
What if you send like a flirty message to Lady Vermilion?
Like
I
I
mean,
don't
it-
think Lady Vermilion's involved.
It's up to you guys. I think it's better to not take the chance. I think it's better to leave it and at least keep it a surprise in case that she is involved.
No, but
Um,
something happened. Are you okay? XOXO. Like something like.
It's not like we're revealing anything to her. Like, obviously everyone knows that she's missing. It's not like that's not a secret.
So, if we're going back to the idea of Faith writing a flirty message,
Yes. Go
oh
ahead.
god. I guess that would work. We could also try and find a way to meet up, technically. Or not us, but Faith and Vermilion. At the very least.
Yeah, well, we need to find where they are. That's why we need to send the thing.
No, I mean in the sense of even if Lady Vermilion isn't involved. Okay, so here's my thinking. If Lady Vermilion is involved, she'll be more likely free to go to do whatever the fuck she wants. If Lady Vermilion isn't involved, there's a chance that, you know, she won't be able to move and not make anything. Or that she'll just straight up say, hey, look, I'm in deep fucking trouble.
Yeah, well, I think we should
You
just
get
give
the
it a
idea?
try.
Yeah.
Faith, you can compose the message.
Oh, God, I was afraid you were gonna do that.
What do you want me to write it for you?
It's just like Tori looking right over Faith's shoulder, like, what are you writing?
Yeah, like Tori handing it like.
Give
Okay.
me that sword. You better not write anything bad.
I wouldn't threaten Faith. She would put me on my ass so fast.
How many words do we get?
25.
25?
20,
Was it 20 or 25?
I think it was 25. That's what I remember.
Let me check. Yeah, 25.
Come on, Faith.
I'm thinking.
What happens if you draw on the paper?
You'd have to try it to find out.
We're not testing that clue. Trying to find Lady Vermilion and Clue just steals the paper and starts drawing all over it.
Draws a horse on it.
Sends that to someone.
It's
I was
like
like,
a
what the
kid's
fuck?
crayon drawing.
Yeah,
It
at
should probably
best,
just go to Faith.
at best it gets sent to like the cat, or worse, to like one of the cats.
Oh, we could ask the cat. We're so dumb.
Oh, we should have asked. Okay.
You're gonna sending a cat.
It comes back as a meow.
Meow. It's written on paper, the word meow.
Yeah. God damn it. Well,
You're making me tired.
24 words. Okay. Such a shame you ran off just as things were getting interesting.
Oh my
I'd love to
god.
Yeah. Would love to continue where we left off. Just name a place.
Okay.
oh wow.
Your message disappears from the paper, and a few moments later, words begin writing themselves letter by letter onto the parchment. Not now, I'm afraid. My eyes saw through the blackness. I'm on the hunt.
It's on the
Oh,
hunt.
interesting. Okay, so I'll pass the message on to the others, including Lady Thea.
Damn, we should have messaged her first. We need to ask more questions.
Hunt.
Well, okay. Is there a way to actually see through the darkness?
Are you asking me as a DM?
Yeah, Lady Thea.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Way to see through the darkness. There are a number of creatures that can see through magical darkness. In particular, devils. Vermilion has been known to consort with such things.
That's when Faith is gonna look a little bit embarrassed.
Not like that.
What?
She may have a pact with them, not...
I mean, Faith's a tiefling, right? So someone did.
Oh.
Wait, if devils could see through the darkness, wouldn't tieflings also be? Because
No,
they're
they
half.
don't.
They got
vision.
dark vision, but
Oh.
not like devil sight.
It's pretty good
Okay.
dark vision, but it's not devil sight, yeah.
Okay. Well, worth a try.
Maybe she hunting the bad person?
Well, if we now know 3 main players, shall we say, have disappeared, we know Sleipnir is either playing us all, which is unlikely, or he was the victim. If we take Lady Vermilion's message at face value, then she is chasing whoever is involved, which leaves Sir Hexen.
Are you saying this within earshot of Fia, or...?
Yeah.
Sleipnir's a good man. He's not a traitor. Like I said, he's been paranoid for a little while now. Been looking into some things.
I trust your judgment.
Seems
But
likely
we
he
have
was
to
the main
consider all
target.
options. I agree. Which is why I believe Sir Hexen is our principal protagonist.
Question is, what is everyone else needed for?
Well, we don't know how many other people they actually took. All we know for certain is that Sleipnir was presumably the target. If Lady Vermilion is hunting Sir Hexen, then that means the only people that got in a carriage for definite are Sir Hexen and Sleipnir. Everyone else could just be a distraction. They used distraction techniques to keep us occupied. Why not assume that they also used the distraction technique by dragging everyone else outside with them? Surely not every one of them is involved.
True, especially if a lot of people just dispersed. If we assume that 3 people got into the carriage, plus the carriage driver, and there's 2 people who are doing the magicking, there's still room for 1 person. And even if it's 4, which is still in the realm of possibilities, that still works out.
It means the rest of the people could just have been told to follow them out and
yeah, or just walk around for 10 minutes outside. So
As I said,
that would work.
we should definitely focus our efforts on finding Sir Hexen. The question is, what now?
How to find Sir Hexen.
Trying to find a single carriage in this town, assuming he's even still in the town, is going to be extremely difficult. I would suggest our first port of call would be to check Sir Hexen's estate.
I agree with that. We should, before we do that, we should tell Sir Sven to message the guards for the Like the gate,
carriage left
city
the
gate?
town in a hurry? Absolutely.
That and if such is the case, such isn't the case, to lock down the gates and make sure that people are being controlled. Even if it doesn't necessarily mean that they can't get out of the city, it would still slow them down, which gives us a higher chance, a better likelihood of actually finding them.
Then by all means, you know him far better than the rest of us, so perhaps you should ask him nicely.
I am always nice. I just wander off to Sven.
Okay.
Where's my badger?
Yeah. So, all the while you've been talking, your badger has gone around and sniffed various people and various objects. And it returns to you. It's not able to tell you what it found. Like,
That's okay. Badger, if you found that smell, can you lift up your left paw?
it sort of shakes its head a little and kind of wiggles its whole body as it does so.
Okay. Good try, Badger. Thank you, buddy. Hop back up.
It scurries back up your leg and around your shoulders.
Man, I'm gonna miss you when tomorrow comes. Anyway. Sorry, guys. No more magic smell in the place. Sorry if you can hear that.
Mama.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, that's just me on the maze. But it was the badger. Yeah, good. Calm down.
Oh, Bacha.
No, it's not playtime. Okay,
It's
so
always playtime.
So what are we doing? What do you want to do first? Like, obviously there's nothing else we can really do here. Are we waiting for Zulil and then we'll head off?
I think we need to, while we wait for any report from the guards about the carriage, we should take a short break because that fight took a lot out of us, and then we should consider investigating Sir Hexen's estate.
Should we do that tonight? Like, are we like? We obviously don't want. We don't want to give them any time, but we.
Because we don't know what they're gonna do with Sleipnir.
Yeah.
For all we know, Sleipnir could already be dead.
Thea chimes
But
in.
we are-
I'd like to find him before they get whatever they need out of him and decide to dispose of him.
Absolutely.
Okay. Alright. Well, what's Zulil doing with the guards?
What is Zulil doing with the guards?
I'm talking to
Not
Sven.
in public, Zillow.
I wanna. What are you? Bonk.
Again, not in public, Zillow.
I'm gonna talk to Sven.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna like pull him a bit to the side and just go. Do you still have the paper of messaging, the sending paper, for messages? I forgot the name.
He didn't have that. Thea gave you that.
No, I know, but like doesn't he have one for messaging people? Because
no, he told you before to like talk to a guard, message them, sending whatever. And when you
Why
said you
doesn't
didn't
he
have
have one?
magic, he was like, just fucking find a guard and talk to him.
okay, I'm gonna go up to a guard and take the paper of messaging them.
You're assuming that every fucking guard has a paper, like a sending paper.
You just said that every guard has one.
Well,
I mean, why would you
no.
not just assume that the guards just pass the information along? Like,
For all you know,
Like,
there's like a
manually-
fucking 911 call thing where they could like talk to all the guards. Like,
I
Not
mean,
like
they have
every
horns
one
for that
guard
kind of
has
stuff,
it.
right? Like, what?
It's still a magic.
Tommy
hat.
seriously seems to think that the guards are just like this high magic.
Why not? Realistically.
Realistically, you might have like people at like HQ who can send
know.
2 other guards, but like not every fucking guard has magic.
Why doesn't the guard captain have one?
He
He's
might
at a
do.
fucking ball.
Okay,
God damn it.
your point. I'm just gonna talk to, Sven anyway, and just ask him to please, sorry. I'm gonna tell him about the carriage first of all, the black carriage and the black horse, and that about a dozen people have left the ballroom area, and are now possibly being mind controlled.
Black carriage, I mean, couldn't get much more common than that.
Yeah. Could you let the people at the city gates know that they should stay vigilant, and let you know whether or not a carriage comes through, or has gone through already.
I'll pass it along to command. Shit. Of course this happens when I'm off duty.
Of course, you can't have a nice evening, right?
Never a nice
That's not how
evening.
this works.
Look, you find out anything else, you let me know, right?
Of course, yeah. I will. Up to this point, we really haven't found much, besides the carriage thing and the dozen people missing. But I'll let you know.
Alright. Keep up the good work.
I will.
Gives you a pat on
And
the
I walk
shoulder.
I turn around and walk away.
Okay.
Pets.
Pat, pat,
Thank you, Ed. Just fuck off.
Just a singular pat on the shoulder. Like Miles Morales being like, hey, you know? Right. So, you return to your group, and you guys were discussing taking a quick rest, get some spell slots back and the like.
Mm-hmm. And then potentially investigating Hexen's estate if we can.
Are you planning on just doing a short rest or a full long rest? Because it is quite late at
Short
night
rest.
now. Mm-hmm.
Well, I think the intent is we don't want to
Yep.
wait too long and give the villains too much time.
Okay. Well, you guys are going to take a short rest. Now's a good time for us to take a break.
Ta-da.
So peeps can go to the bathroom, get drinks, get snacks, whatever y'all need to do, and we'll be back in a couple minutes. Maybe longer if we end up in a conversation.
Yay.
So see y'all in a couple minutes. Boop.
You already killed
Hello,
a guard.
everyone. We're back.
Oh.
We're discussing theories. Or at least they were, and I was just listening.
And Tommy wants to kill everyone.
Apparently.
No,
Everyone.
Excluding the
not
cat.
everyone.
Except for the cat.
Yeah, the cat gets to live, even if the cat is evil.
Evil cat.
But the
gets
cat
the-
was your prime suspect. What the hell?
Yeah, but like the cat Fluffy.
Right.
Yeah, you have to skin it first.
Okay.
Anyways, where were we again?
So, you were just deciding to take a short rest. Although, you did realize that doesn't recoup spell slots.
I mean, I think it's up to the rest of the group if they want to do a long rest. I mean, short rest recovers hit points. And a few other bits and pieces, but spells require long rest. But obviously, if we take a long rest, there's a greater chance that Sleepy Boy will be
Why?
in a lot of trouble.
Sleepy boy. How much exactly is a long rest and a short rest?
A short rest is usually about an hour. A long rest is more like going to sleep. I think Zulil has shorter long rests for being Kashtar.
I think so too. I remember something like that, but we never really found it as far as I remember. So I'm just gonna assume it was a different character, or like a different race that had it.
Yeah, I know elves have it. Yeah, maybe you don't.
But Kalashtar are like elf-like, but don't quote me on it. I'd rather take a long rest to not fucking game the system. Like an actual long rest, sorry.
Oh, my long rests are 4 hours.
So
And I
you
just have to
it.
sit still. I just have to sit still then.
Okay, well, one of you could only do 4 hours, but the rest of you wouldn't get the long rest bonus from that.
Because Chloe's got so many spell slots to recover.
Yeah. To be fair, I think she also gets her rages back, but I don't know if she used them.
No, I didn't.
I don't know, she didn't.
Uh,
I mean, I would suggest that if we're gonna check out Hexen's state, we do that, and then if we need, like, if we get a clue that allows us to track the guys down, then it might be worth considering the long rest then. It just depends how like, I don't know if we're gonna need to fight if we go to Hexen's estate, but I know we're gonna need to fight once we track them down.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think what depending like how much health are you guys on?
Oh, if we do a short
Like-
rest, you get to recover. You have 3 hit dice, I think it is, that you can choose to recover, which is you roll a d10 plus your con mod, and that's how many hit points you can recover.
Honestly, I thought it was just
Um,
like half your hit point.
According to D&D Beyond, it is you can pick one of 3 hit dice, and you can recover 1d10 plus whatever your con mod is.
Huh. Okay.
It's optional whether you do it or not, and then you recover 1 hit dice per long rest that you have.
Normally, I would
I
just
closed.
do half on the short rest and full on a long rest.
I mean, it's fine. I need like 5 hit points, so I'm fine either way.
Do you know if I got hit? I don't think I did, and I closed my
Um,
notes that I was writing for that one.
I mean, your character sheet says you haven't. Well,
Yeah, I can't edit my character sheet. I have to make notes.
can't edit your character sheet?
Nope.
That is strange.
I made an account and everything, and it won't let me do anything.
Let me.
Did you get
try
logged
and
out the
change
account,
this.
possibly?
Nope, I'm still logged in. It says
The
DK Lady underscore.
Oh, it says TK Lady underscore. I have
Mhm.
TK Lady without the underscore on here. So maybe that's fine.
Yeah, well,
Do
Can
I
you edit
just
now
change my
if you
username?
Now reload the page and see if you can edit now.
Yes, now I can.
Okay,
Thank
well,
you.
that should have known that earlier.
amazing.
At least that's
I
better.
brought it up. I have brought it up before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we
TK
couldn't
did
work it
indeed,
out.
yeah.
Hmm.
It was while
It's okay. I normally keep notes, but I closed the. Well, I reset my computer and lost it.
Well, at least it's sorted now. But yeah, so...
But I don't think I got any hits last round, if I remember correctly.
Okay. So what do you guys want to do then?
How much health are you missing, Ravel?
I'm at half.
Out of?
30.
I think everyone's fine then, I'd say. Like, we could still take a, like, short rest, but it's not necessary.
Okay, well, if you don't want to do the short rest, that's fine.
Actually,
What about for getting spell slots back?
Spell slots require a long rest.
Yeah, unless you're a
Okay.
warlock.
I'm thinking, what if I just sit still and someone else carries me?
For 4 hours.
You're really trying to game the system, huh?
Like, does that count as motionless?
How does it say this motionless thing?
So a short rest is a period of downtime at least 1 hour long during which the character does nothing more strenuous than eating, drinking, reading, and tending to wounds.
I mean, if you're being carried, that sounds fun.
I mean, if you're
We'll
getting
have to
carried for
roll.
4 hours...
That
We'll
would be
have
a
to roll
full
a
one.
strength check to see
No, that
which
would be
us
that
will
would be
hurt
a
too
long
much.
rest. That would
You
be a
just
long...
gotta keep yeeting, like, clue to each other so we
Mhm.
can stay on the move while clue's being carried.
I'm just asking. I don't want to do that.
In theory, if you're being carried for 4 hours, it would constitute your long rest. I'll
Y'all.
allow it.
Oh god.
Oh god.
As long as that's all you're doing.
I'm just a backpack. But no. I'm not.
I'm pretty sure I only have like 2 spell slots left. It's gonna suck when we fight.
I have
But anyway.
1.
I have...
Apparently you have 1, DK.
Hmm?
Apparently you have 1
One what?
spell slot.
one spell slot.
According to my thing?
Yeah, I was changing it last time in the fight. Whenever you use the spell.
Oh, I just fiddled with it.
Oh, okay, well maybe.
I'm sorry. No, because I used 3 of the. I can't remember if it was Frostbite or Ray of Frost, and then I used Rime's Binding Ice. So I'm pretty sure I have 1 level 2 and 1 level 1. Is that how it works?
Maybe? I don't know. You say you fiddle
cool.
with it?
No, but I mean, like I've got 4 level 1 spots and 2 level 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one use of a level
And-
2 would use up 1 of your level 2.
Okay.
And your level 1s for level 1. Okay, we can just say you have 2, that's fine. So you're taking a short rest.
Are we?
By the
Are
sound of
you?
it, we're not
I-
taking any
No.
rest.
No rest?
Yeah, if everyone else seems to have decided we don't need a rest, so no
I mean,
rest.
if I like, as you say, we probably won't need to fight right off the bat. So we might as well take a long rest later on, and just have a better chance of catching, Hexam now.
Okay. Right, so what are you doing then?
That's a good question.
We're moving over to Lord
Do we-
Hexam's
Yeah.
estate, I'm guessing.
Right, you don't know if he even has an estate in town.
Lord Fia, does Lord Hexam have an estate in town?
Lord Fia barely fucking knows him.
Lord Fia?
Wait, it's Lady Fia
Lady.
barely fucking
Lady
knows him.
Fia.
Eyo.
Okay, you don't know if he has an estate. Lady Fia wouldn't really know either, but you do know someone who's with Hexam.
So Cole. Oh, yeah, well, that one.
Oh, yeah. That is true.
Oh,
Good luck,
no.
Faith.
Oh, no. I have done my duty when it comes to dealing with lecherous drunk bastards. I think this one's on either Zalil or Tori.
We
I'm
can
going.
make
No,
Clue go.
I'm stumbling there.
Okay.
No, okay, I'm going with her because. Okay. I'm going with Clue over.
You think this is gonna end well?
No.
I'm asking Faith.
I think it's gonna end better for me than it will if I go over.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I mean, the guy clearly wants to get inside the dress, and I really don't want that.
Fair point, fair point.
Luckily for me, I still have more clothes under the dress.
Clue was prepared for this from.
So yeah,
Okay.
let's walk there. Let's walk there.
Okay.
Okay.
He's still just kind of nursing a bottle in the corner. At a table. Where Faith left him.
That's sad.
You gonna say anything? Okay.
Hello.
Oh, hi there. Hell of a night, huh?
Yes, an interesting night indeed.
This party sure got rowdy. I haven't had this much entertainment in years.
Entertainment. Okay.
Well, that's what all this was, right? With the lights.
Yeah.
and the-
Is it fun?
Hell yeah, I'm having a good time. Takes another swing.
Do you know Lord Hexam? Quite well.
Yeah, I know him. He was with me here. Where'd he go? He sort of looks around the room a bit.
We have the same question. Do you happen to know where he lives?
Lives, oh, he lives out of town. We're not from around here.
Is there somewhere he was staying here for the ball?
I mean, he kind of came down for the weekend, and I think he had business.
Do you know where the business was, or where we might find him if he left?
He's a very profitable man. Knows a lot about business, more than me.
Wait,
Sounds
isn't
like
it
you should have been talking with Tommy.
Okay.
Isn't it Thursday?
Okay.
What?
Isn't he what?
I thought it was Thursday.
No, it's Friday.
Yeah, the ball's Friday.
Oh, okay then.
I understand he knows a lot about business, but do you know where he's doing this business?
You said something about shipments.
Shipment, so he might be down at the dock.
Yes.
Did you visit him anywhere while he was in town?
We
Or did
went
you
out
meet him at the ball?
for drinks yesterday, and then we came here today, I think.
Where did you go for drinks yesterday?
Well, I wanted to go to the fancy pub up the road. He said that's too stuck up. The drinks are too fancy, he said. So we went further down into town, and it was a good night.
Okay, I'm glad you had a good night. if you jeez. If you were like he's currently missing, we're trying to find him. Is there somewhere you'd recommend we go to try and find him?
He's missing.
Where would you? He is missing. He is not here. We're trying to find him.
Where'd
It's
he
very
go?
important. I don't know, and that's why I thought you might be able to help.
I thought he went to the bathroom. He's gone.
That's-
It's been 6 hours. How long do you
He's
think
gone.
he's having it for?
Okay, listen. If you can help me find Lord Hexam, I'll let you talk to Faith.
Oh, you.
Who?
Do you say who?
Who?
The most beautiful woman in this ballroom tonight.
That one.
He better be pointing at Chloe.
He's pointing vaguely somewhere.
Yes, that
Kind-
one.
Kind of somewhere.
Vaguely in the direction of people.
Oh my god. Okay, so try and think really hard. Do you think he would be at the dock conducting business at this time of night?
Does that mean he left me?
I think he
No,
may not have left voluntarily.
He's
This
a
is
good
why-
guy. He wouldn't have just left me here on my
You think
own.
he's a good guy?
Sure. Probably.
Sure, that sounds so reassuring. Okay, if you like this guy, finding him may be crucial to his survival. So
You're
if you could
right,
help.
let's go. And he tries to
Oh
stand
no,
up
no, no!
and then immediately
gonna
like
put-
wobbles, braces himself on the table.
I'm just gonna grab his shoulder and put my head on his shoulder and sit him back down.
Uh,
No, it's I don't think you can help us right now. But if you could give us any more information you know about him, we might be able to help him.
He was not from here, but also not from Cragshire. Came to town on business, and that's how I met him. And then he wanted to come here with me.
So he wasn't invited. He was your +1.
Yeah.
Interesting. Did he say why he wanted to come here?
I mean, the drinks, the women, the business. What else do you need?
Did he come with anyone else, or was it just him?
I don't know. I only saw him.
Okay. Do you know what kind of carriage he came in? Did he come in with you in a carriage?
I met him at the door.
Did you see him arrive?
I saw him at the door.
Okay. Okay. Is there anything else you think might be useful to help finding him? Otherwise, we're going to get on our way because we want to find him and help him.
I think he flew into town. Like a
He flew?
bird.
Do you mean he came on the what was that thing? A blimp or something?
That's the one, yeah. The big airship.
Okay. 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 Alright. Thank you for your help. Please drink some water and get yourself home. I think the night's events are over.
Ah, damn, it was just getting good.
Right. Clue, let's go back to Faith.
Alright, you have a nice night.
Thank you. Good night.
Bye-bye.
I hope
Mahalo.
you enjoyed the night's merriments.
Yes.
I sure
indeed.
did.
Glad to hear it. I'm gonna grab Clue's hand and quickly get away before any more conversation comes out of him and go up to Faith and Zulil and explain what he just said. I mean, you guys heard. I'm not gonna sit here and freaking go over whatever the fuck that was. So should we go to where the blimp thing is, maybe, in case they're trying to make an escape that way?
We can
Isn't-
certainly take a look.
Isn't the blimp like part of the what was it, like King's entourage or something?
You saw one coming in that was presumably to do with General Xander. You don't know if any others that came in that you didn't see.
We could still ask General Xander then.
Yeah, is he still here?
Yeah,
Yes,
General
yeah.
Xander's still around.
Okay.
So we could ask if there were multiple blimps at the blimp spot.
And what
Blimping
time
around.
they go? Blimping.
Or whether or not like multiple people were on the blimp that he was on.
We should also find out when they leave and if they can go at any time or not.
True.
Alright, let's go find... do we want to go together, or do you guys have other things you want to try and do, or...
Oh no, I mean we're all invested in this now. This
Okay,
is
let's-
all we have left to decide.
Okay, let's go to General Xander.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me.
So
General.
he spent a while tending to like the guards who got beat up, helping out Sven and whatnot. Sven went to go pass on the message after Zulil told them to kind of lock down the city, and Xander is just, sitting with them as they take a rest for a bit. What can I help you with?
General Xander, you arrived on a blimp, didn't you? On one of those flying balloons.
Skyship, yeah.
Yeah. Were there any more of those, or did you travel alone?
There's a few come in and out of town, some doing shipment exports and imports. Might have been another one or two come in for this whole shebang. I don't know.
So they can leave whenever they want to.
Well, I mean, I assume they've got shipping logs and schedules for the business ones, but if you're rich enough, or like me, or in the military or something, you come when you arrive and you leave when you need to.
But you're still logged.
Yeah. They keep a
Okay.
record of every ship that comes and goes.
Is there a
Hmm.
record of who is on the ship?
Usually it's either just name of the ship or name of the captain.
Okay.
Where would the blimp spot be?
Either Skydock up on the north side of town.
Okay. You wouldn't happen to have the authority to ground the blimps, would you?
I mean,
As this is technically an emergency of magnitude.
I could pull some strings, but it's not that simple. There's a lot of people who'll get very upset if I stop incoming shipments, outgoing shipments, a lot of missed revenue, that kind of shit. It causes a whole mess of problems.
Well, what if you didn't ground them for... what if you only grounded them for like a day?
I reckon
Say
I'd still
there's-
get some complaints. I could try.
What if you just ground them till we can get there?
Are you gonna get there faster than me? Like, I'd have to go there and talk to someone.
Excellent point. Excellent point.
I don't. None of you have sending message.
Not
or
everyone
whatever
has
it's called.
fucking magic.
Only we had a spare slot. Okay. How far is it to get there?
Like I said, it's up on the north side of town, but from here you'd have to go down towards town center, then up. Could probably take a carriage.
A rough estimate of time?
I mean, on foot, about an hour.
Okay, it's not too bad. I'm sure we can find a carriage. Okay.
Need anything else?
I don't think so. Thank you for your help.
Limp spot.
Alright, well, look, I can talk to someone and try and get them grounded.
That would be very helpful.
But
Thank you.
it's gonna be a lot of fuss, a lot of paperwork. I might not even go through till the morning. I don't think people are on duty right now.
Fair enough. I mean, lives could be at stake, so I think it's, worth a little headache.
Well, I don't expect that any of the
Yeah.
standard business ones will be heading out until morning anyway, so...
Okay. Hopefully all the pilots are asleep. Thanks for your help, Xander. General Xander.
Right. Hopefully we get this mess sorted out.
Yes. I hope so
We're on
too.
it. Not sure if that inspires confidence, but we're definitely on it.
He gives you a nod.
Alright, how do we get a carriage, guys?
We
Lady
steal
Fear.
one.
Well, that's definitely what we're gonna do if we can't get one very quickly that will let us. Maybe Lady Fear will have one, should we ask her?
We could also, when in doubt, ask Sir Cole.
Ask him
Probably
what?
has a carriage. For a carriage.
I mean, he may not be willing to give it to us, but sure. Lady Fear might, though.
True.
There's
Not sure how Lady Fear
Fear
arrived
totally not sus, yeah.
I don't know why you're so sus on her. She seems very distressed about the whole situation.
No, he's faking. She's faking it.
It's like the cat.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
God.
Oh my God, Lady
No.
It
Fear.
all comes back to the cat.
Leave
Alright.
the cat alone.
So ask Lady Fear what she thinks about cats.
No.
Anyway, I'm gonna go up to Lady Fear and ask her if she has a carriage here that we could use.
I'm afraid that I arrived on foot.
God damn it. Do you know
I
anyone
don't live
who may
that far
lend us
from
a
the
carriage?
venue.
Do you have a carriage at home?
I
We
don't
have
get out much.
carriages at home.
The carriage at home.
It's a wooden wagon.
don't worry. If you once you go inside, it's all it's all nice and shiny. Just inside the wagon now.
Do you think there's anyone here who would lend us a carriage, or do we have to go steal? Bye.
Please, I understand this is an emergency. Please don't go stealing carriages unless you absolutely have to.
Of course, that's why I'm asking first. Otherwise, we'd already be in a stolen carriage.
Okay, brushing over that.
Yeah, let's move on.
I suppose you could try asking around some of the more high-profile individuals.
Alright. Do you want to ask Sir Cole, or...?
I think
Not
the
really.
businessman needs to talk to the
No,
businessman.
no. No.
Yes, Frederick.
No. We're not doing that.
Why?
Because it's not gonna end well. And we still need the cover to conduct business later on.
You're not a businessman! It doesn't matter! You're a rogue! You're
I'm a
not
rogue businessman.
You're not breaking ties. You have nothing to offer this man.
I'm gonna say it out loud, like, you're a rogue!
Everyone just turns and stares.
So where's Finley when you need him? We can steal Finley's carriage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he already left town, I think.
Alright.
Maybe he was behind
who's
it all along.
Who is the closest person to us who looks high and mighty? Who might have a carriage?
I mean, you know, of like the main people, you've asked Fia. Xander probably doesn't have one, at least didn't seem to when you talked to him. You could try asking Lord Byron again, but you know, you already got an answer from him, so there's like Sir
I'm good.
Cole.
Can we just steal Lord Byron's carriage and just tell him that he misplaced it, probably? He's too drunk to remember.
I'm gonna go talk to the random people that are around.
Okay. What are you saying to the random people?
Like, well, first of all, oh, hello.
Oh goodness,
Ow.
this small creature is talking to us. Oh.
What the fuck, man?
Bearing in mind,
Yeah.
a bunch of people have kind of filtered out by now after like everything that went down. There's not that many people still hanging around.
Okay, you already answered though.
Yeah, so that
we need one of those cars. Yes.
Harold, I think it wants our carriage.
Yes. Yes, I think. Yes.
What do we do about this creature?
Like, my friend wants to help the people that are not here now. Yes.
Roll persuasion.
Okay. 20. Wait. That's 13.
They kind of like shuffle away from you a little. Like, oh goodness.
We need to help people.
Can somebody help? We're being hassled by this creature here. It's saying something about a carriage.
Has anyone asked if we can actually just like hire a carriage? Like, is there like a taxi service or something?
No, but hear me out. These people already confirmed that they have a car, so we just need to keep pushing.
I'm gonna go over to Lord Byron.
The shiny person over there. Yes.
Okay, clue. come here. No.
Yeah.
No. Don't worry. Leave the poor people
It
alone.
might have rabies or something.
Something maybe. Yeah. No. Just. Let's leave these people alone.
But we need the card. The card says
I'm sure there are other people that will be able to ask without ending up getting arrested again.
what is being arrested.
Well, you know when they caught you with the statue?
Oh,
It's like that, except because it's the second time, they won't just let you go.
but I'm asking these people. 'cause
Yeah, but they don't want to answer.
What if you ask them?
I'm pretty sure they've already said no.
Have you said no?
Ah, they keep backing away.
That's kind of a no. Let's leave them alone.
Okay.
Not everyone wants to help.
No. Okay, then what's the idea?
So Lil's gonna do business things with the businessman.
Okay,
No, I'm
so-
going over to Lord Byron.
Oh. I mean, that's
Okay.
business things with the businessman, right?
You're going over to Lord Byron. What do you say?
Sherry's
Hang on,
already
Sherry,
done.
Sherry
the
needs to
act.
grab another bottle
Fucking
of vodka.
painful.
You did this to yourself.
I
to be
did.
fair.
This is painful, though.
Um, do you mind if I sit down here? It's been a bit of a night.
Be my guest.
Say, what is your name as I sit down?
It's Byron.
Byron. Ah, that's an interesting name. I've heard it before somewhere. Can't quite recall where. You wouldn't happen to be one of the esteemed guests here, would you?
That's right. That'd be me. Steamed. Do love a good sauna.
Fuck's sake. Okay. Say, you've had a bit to drink, haven't you?
You could say that. I have partaken in these delicious beverages.
I'm gonna get you another drink. You're a
That's my
good old chap.
man.
and I'm gonna walk over to the bar and get like a whiskey and whatever Lord Byron drinks,
Okay.
like some really bit of the stronger stuff.
The bartender's like, oh, we're still serving? Okay. Here you go, sir.
Cheers, and I walk off.
Have a
Back to
nice
Lord Byron.
night.
Yeah, you too. Anyway, back to Lord Byron.
Okay.
Here you go, and I put down
Ah,
the stronger drink.
Thank you very much. What was your name again?
My name's Frederick. I own a few silver mines down below, down south.
Reddick. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Lord Byron.
He goes to shake your hand. And it's quite wobbly handshake.
Shake his hand back.
Okay, yeah,
Um,
it's wobbly.
I don't suppose you live around here, do you?
No, I live Oh fuck, here's why I have to pull it up again. I had it earlier. Da 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 da. Where's Lord Byron? There he is. I live in Cragshire.
Doesn't quite ring a bell. Is that
It's out of town? Another town over to the west.
interesting? So you arrived on a carriage then?
Yes. I mean, I was here for a week or so.
Ah, okay. You, as a connoisseur of fantastic and wonderful things yourself, you wouldn't mind showing me a carriage, would you?
Carriage.
It turns out it's black with a black horse.
It's missing.
Right
That
this
happened.
way. He stands up and sort of stumbles and almost falls over. And begins walking vaguely in the direction of the front door, but honestly more towards like the corner wall.
I'm gonna give him a hand. Like I'm gonna give him a shoulder to lean on, so you can walk straight.
Thank you. This way. Points towards the door and walks out there. Now, where did I park?
God fucking damn it. Would you? Okay. Can you give me a description of it, and I can have a look around.
It's got wheels and a horse.
He's saying that it's black.
Okay, but what color is the carriage? Does it have any distinct things?
It's a nice carriage. Top of the line, I think.
I think.
That's
Did,
all.
did I park it over there? Begins walking and kind of stumbles into a hedge as he attempts to
Oh my
walk
god.
to the side.
I pick him back up, so hold him back so he doesn't fall over.
Okay. This way, I think. And he takes you over
This
to the
way.
side where the carriages are parked on like the grassy area. And he's
Okay.
like, that one.
This one, and I'll walk over, and there's presumably a driver
There's
that hopefully recognizes Lord Byron because
the nearest carriage. The driver seems to be currently just taking a nap inside.
I walk over to the driver, or walk over with Lord Byron to the driver.
He's currently there's essentially the place to sit at the front where the driver will be that's more exposed, and then there's the inside that's more of a cabin with like doors with windows on them. And he's
Mhm.
currently just kind of napping in the actual carriage compartment.
Now, where's your driver? Wouldn't such an esteemed mighty lord as yourself wouldn't drive this carriage yourself?
Like this, I wouldn't make it halfway down the road.
True that. Amen. And yeah, I kind of lift the cups as if, to say cheers and drink. To hopefully get him to drink more.
When he stood up, he did not think to bring his drink with him.
Fuck. Just trying to make him pass out, dude. Come on.
just give him yours.
Fortunately, I still have my walking stick.
Oh no.
What are the implications there? Are
Get your mind out of the gutter.
I just thought you were gonna stab him because it turns into a
Oh,
sword.
okay.
Yeah, or
Yeah,
like
no.
hit him
Why? What
over
were
the
you
head to
thinking
knock
of?
him out or something.
No,
What the
no,
fuck?
don't worry. Don't worry. It's fine.
I mean, I'm kind of worried now.
Yeah, what the fuck,
You
Tommy?
meaning
What
to the
did you
term
think
stick up the
about?
ass, I guess.
Oh, shit.
I thought that's one. I thought that's one. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'm getting tired. Anyway, moving on. I knock on the cabin door, I suppose, and then just kind of yell for the driver. Driver.
The driver kind of like jumps awake and suddenly alert and is like, and sits up and looks at you and it's like, I'm sorry, sir. And he opens the carriage and steps out. It's like, apologies. Can I help you?
No worries. You wouldn't happen to be Lord Byron's driver, would you? He seems. And I kind of whisper to him, like, he seems a bit drunk.
Yeah, I'm used to that. Come on, Lord Byron. Get in, we'll get you home.
Wait just a minute. You let him sit there. I would like to have a word with you before you go, if that's okay.
Okay, sir. Lord Byron, if you wouldn't mind taking a seat while I converse with this gentleman. You do what you need to, Harry. It's Jeffrey, sir. So,
Now the question is, before we continue, did any of the others follow me?
Well, yeah.
Okay, okay. So I'm gonna turn around and use my telepathy to ask for someone to help me knock out this, Jeffrey.
What? Why are we?
no.
Okay, so Faith is just going to step forward and say, "Look, we obviously need to get Lord Byron home, but we need to make a couple of stops along the way, if that's okay."
I see, madam. Very well. You're with Lord Byron. I'm sure that can be arranged.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate that.
Thank you.
And then I suggest we pick up our gear before we go to aerodrome.
Yes.
Because I don't know about you, but I don't fancy swashbuckling on an airship in this dress.
That could be arranged.
Just pull an Elizabeth and rip the jazz.
God, excuse me, have you seen the dress?
Excuse
That's
me.
true. But like,
Hello?
come on, Elizabeth Swan had a
Hello?
nice dress too.
I mean, sure, but...
Not as fancy as this. I'm also gonna chug the whole whiskey glass
Okay.
because I'm done with Lord Byron.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Well, I think
I don't drink a lot,
considering
but-
you've asked to take him home, but also a few stops on the way, you're gonna have to sit with him in the carriage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's best for Faith to not.
Oh, no, I'm keeping the driver company.
Yeah, no, I figured as much.
Okay, you're sitting up front.
Yeah. And then if we can get the driver to take us back to the tavern that our gear's in, and
Okay.
then take us to the aerodrome.
Well, I'll say you guys are ready to head out. Yes?
Yep.
Yeah.
Then
Mm.
this seems like a good enough place to end it for tonight. We can pick up next time as you ride a carriage to a few stops and go and check out the sky dock or wherever you're going.
The blimp spot.
The
Aerodrome.
blimp spot.
And
The
hopefully,
blimp spot. Fuck.
Certified blimp spot.
oh my god, it's the sky dock. It's the
Blimp
Pale
spot.
Hill sky dock.
Blimp spot.
The mooring
Blimp
point.
spot.
The
I will.
aerodrome.
I will call it the
Airport.
blimp spot for forever.
Oh
By the
my
way.
god. Are we gonna go to like another city? There'll be another sky dock and you're gonna go blimp spot.
Blimp spot Mark II.
Electric Boogaloo. Blimp harder.
No.
Blimp with a vengeance.
The vengeance of
They're not even blimps. They're not like full-blown balloon ones, you know? They're
Blimp
like
spot.
almost like a sailing ship with like magical fucking things that make them fly and sails on the side and stuff.
Nah, the blimps.
Counterpoint.
God.
Blimp spot sounds cool.
Does
So-
it though?
It
Yes.
doesn't.
No.
No, it doesn't.
Absolutely. It rolls off the tongue
No.
like butter off a cake.
No.
Butter off a cake? Do you ice your cake
Yeah,
with butter?
not very well, but that
What?
What the fuck?
I like
That's
blimp spot.
mean.
Okay, tell me you're not allowed to name anything ever.
No, I.
Speaking of, did you ever name your cane?
No, I forgot. I keep forgetting. I need to find something.
Frangipan.
No,
Marzipan.
no, blimp spot.
No.
What's 2 words?
Yeah, it can be. It can be up to 4. I think
Mm,
we said.
Yeah, we said like either one word or a short phrase.
Did TK die again?
Yeah.
Okay, huh.
But yes, it's been about 3 hours, and that seems like as good a place to end it as any. We can pick up next time and hopefully figure this out. Maybe even get Sleipnir back. Who knows?
No.
Who knows?
Who
Nah,
knows?
he
Maybe
did.
we'll just spend like 3 hours wandering around.
we'll
Nah,
chase the cat next episode. It'll
He's
just be
a
4
traitor,
hours of chasing.
like-
Yeah, it's.
Oh no.
You know how anime. You know how anime have beach episodes.
Yeah.
Our
You already
D&D.
did the Spar episode.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done like 2 spa
Yeah,
episodes.
no.
Now you want a
that-
beach
that's not,
episode? How
that's
much
not the
fans?
point I was. That's
I'm
not
gonna
the point I
give?
was trying to make. The point I was trying to
damn
make
it.
is
Okay,
we have
How
so I
many
guess
times
we
does
need-
Faith need to take her clothes off?
I guess we need Faith in a bikini art next. Jeez, okay.
Let's go.
Let's
I was
go.
gonna say we need a dedicated cat episode, but
The cat
Dedicated.
episode.
Cat episode. Oh my
Faith
god.
wearing nothing but a cat.
How does that work?
You take the cat and you wear it.
Just holding the cat in front.
it's like
and then
cat
we-
ears and
Strategic
cat
cat.
tail.
A strategic cat.
It's a tactical cat.
Tactical
Clinging
cat
desperately
inbound.
to your boobs.
Oh no.
You all are weird. I was just thinking of a cat episode, but like, this is your fault.
Banana.
What?
Now that I think about it, we're leaving Lady Fia alone with all. We're gonna come back and everyone's gonna be dead. I swear to God.
Do you think Lady
You-
Fia's
you're
gonna
more
go
than
on a
welcome to
fucking
stay.
massacre?
Like, if you're
Oh my
that
God.
suspicious of Lady Fear, Clue can stay.
It's like perfectly arrange this whole thing with like the darkness and just put it on an axe, and then it's like she just goes on a fucking massacre the second you leave. Like what?
Yeah, because she wants to kill the coal boy.
Yep, that's totally it. You cracked the code, Ravel.
Oh
My
no.
plans, I've got to rewrite it all now.
No. Don't be like a
She
FNAF
found
all
the
over
clue.
again. Don't do a FNAF all over again.
It's already
Trust
it already
that
happened with the
I
cat.
don't change my plans if you figure them out.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
God.
that's
if you
what the cat
figure it out,
always
it
is.
means I've hinted at it well.
Yeah, like the cat.
Yes, like the cat.
Exactly.
Exactly like the
cat.
cat.
Actually, we didn't ask Fia about the cat. That would have.
I was
We just run back
specifically
in.
avoiding telling her about the cat because from a trusted source sounds a lot better than from this cat that we saw 5 minutes ago.
Hey, Fia, we found this random ass cat and talked to it.
And it told us it's a Hexen, so we're gonna go with that.
Also, I like how this cat literally just said, like, it watches people, and you're like, who do you watch the most? Or who's the most interesting? It's like, I've been watching Hexen. And that's turned into, like, Hexen's the bad guy. He did it.
No, like, okay, counterpoint. Why would the cat that lives in, fucking Pale Hill, be watching, supposedly living in Pale Hill, be watching Sir Hexam when Sir Hexam is out of town? So they must be
Okay.
Ballroom.
To be fair, it's not just the cat. I didn't just take the cat's word for it. It's also the fact that he vanished just before the attack.
But that's a minor part. The main part is the cat.
Of course. Look, if the cat
I'd make a great detective.
If the cat is actually involved in
God.
all of this, I'm gonna be very surprised.
Okay, well, anyway, we're ending it here. So, we'll see y'all next time in a couple weeks. I'll be streaming as usual on Monday, Wednesday, and I don't know what I'm doing on Saturday since we finished Dredge. I'll have to figure that out.
No more Fimshin.
No more Fimshin.
That's quite sad.
Yeah,
Aw.
no spooky Fimsh game. But yeah, we'll see y'all next time. We'll continue this in a couple weeks. Same time as ever, Friday at 9 p.m. BST. We hope
Same
y'all
bad
join
time,
us.
same bad channel.
Ah, come on, my channel's not that bad.
Same bat channel.
Oh, bad channel, okay.
Can we give a shout out?
Same
to
same
Sherry?
bat time, same bat channel.
I'm a bat now, apparently.
It was a reference to the old Batman sign off.
Also, Rebel, did you say can we shout out Sherry?
Yeah, can we give a shout out to Sherry?
Yeah,
Let's
sure,
give a
I'll
shout
just
out.
shout out
Yes.
myself on my channel that doesn't have shout outs, by the way.
Every channel has shout out.
I have like the
Everyone
default
make
Twitch
sure you
shot.
follow
Is that
Sherry.
even possible?
Yes, I think it's
Yeah, I still use it.
Cannot shout out the current streamer. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Imagine
really?
that. Okay, anyway. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye, bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.